14 мая 1978 года в Праге прошел решающий матч чемпионата мира, в котором встречались сборные СССР и Чехословакии. Чемпионат мира 78 стал для советской сборной одним из самых сложных. На двух предыдущих первенствах планеты победу праздновали Чехословакии. И в этот раз им во что бы то ни стало хотелось в третий раз подряд занять высшую ступень пьедестала почета. Тем более, что указанный турнир проходил у них дома.
We're ready to go, and starting off is Petrov with Harlamov and Mikhailov. Alinka, Pozar, and Richter starting off as the forward unit for Czechoslovakia. And the championship game is underway, and the puck rolls back to Keitel. Richter of Czechoslovakia back to Bubla. Bubla passes on the far side. Pozar lets it go, and that shot went wide. Rolling puck in front, and Tretiak stopped that.
The play.
Right from the draw, the puck goes back. Here's Vasiliev keeping it in. A slap shot at the side, and coming out, Holacek reached for it, but it didn't reach the net. And Holacek stops that as we played 3 minutes and 25 seconds in the opening period. And there's no score. Here's a chance at the side. Golikov had a great opportunity, and the rebound is stopped by Holacek. Here's a break for Stastny. Stastny coming up, going over the line with Marian Stastny, a shot, and Tretiak stops that. Valderas drops it into Zlutov. Zlutov, number 22, back to Billy Letnov, rolls it in front, the rebound, and it's stopped by Holacek. And there are 17 seconds remaining in the penalty to Bubla. The puck slapped off the boards, but not out, kept there by Billy Letnov, right in front. Valderas lets it go, and Holacek got a piece of that at the 1978 World Hockey Championship. And it's been a great start, a scoreless tie after 10 minutes, 35 seconds. There's a drive, and that stopped in front. Pervukin let it go. The Soviets trying to get into scoring position. Aberman runs into his check, and the players' puck slapped off the board, kept in by Pervukin, rolls to the side of the net. Back to the line, there's a drive, and it's over top of the Czechoslovakian goaltender, Holacek. Another shot from the side by Maltsev, bringing this telecast to all Canadians, but also for making Team Canada 78 a reality. An exciting Team Canada winning a bronze medal earlier today, 3-2 over Sweden. Here's Martinet, lets it go, the rebound, and Tretiak stopped that. Kicks it to his brother Peter Stastny, number 26, back to Marian Stastny. Marian Stastny back to the line. Dvorak makes a shot. Marian Stastny lets it go. And covering up, blocking the shot, is Tretiak. After it for the Soviets is Kapustin, number 8. And he has possession, leading a Soviet attack, coming up to center with Balderas. Goes over the line, shoots it into the corner. Balderas after it. Passes right in front, a loose puck, reaching out is Holacek. And he smothers and holds onto it. Peter Stastny around the boards, stopped at the line, brought in by Mikosh. His backhand shot, stopped by Tretiak. Here's a chance for Bubla, lets it go. Oh, and what a save by Tretiak as he got his skate on that. Loose puck comes in front. Lutov covers up, number 22. Lutov ahead to Balderas. Balderas coming up with Makarov. We're in the final minute, right in, he scores. Balderas. And it's 1-0 for the Soviet Union.
Well, this man, he just dances on his skates. What a goal. These two, Balderas and Kapustin, they just have the speed. Here we see the puck being moved out of the Soviet zone. Look at Balderas. He's in full flight. He just dives right between. How did he keep his balance? There he's trying to be tripped. Stays with that puck and puts the puck low by Holacek. But here he is, dancing right between the two defenders. Maybe it's that figure skating training that Soviet players have. Here he is, maintaining his balance, even though he was trying to be tripped by the last Czechoslovakian defender.
On the right side, the puck cleared in by Marian Stastny, and back after it is Sagankov. Tries to get it out, fails, the puck rolls towards the goal. Here's a shot, and Tretiak covered up. He just clears it into the corner to Kapustin. Kapustin bumped out of the play, and covering up Zajac, can't get it out. Lutov shot, and Holacek had to be sharp there. Number 11, that's Novak, and that shot by Zajac just goes wide. Another drive, and Tretiak stops that. He's been sharp here in the early going of the second period. Zajac tries to get it to the side. Novak slaps away at it. Goes after the loose puck. Zajac waiting for it. There's a shot that goes wide. And the puck is knocked off the moorings as there was quite a shoving match in front of that Soviet goal.
Well, I don't believe that.
Mikosh, number 4. Passes at center to Marian Stachny, over to Peter Stachny, right in on goal, and a skate save by Tretiak. Comes back, Borjak over to the far side. Mikosh lets it go, and that Pervukin gets it to Maltsev at his own blue line, then clears it out. Pass back over the line, going in as Pervukin towards the goal, stops, gets right in front, there's a shot, oh, and it was stopped on the line, as Golikov had a glorious scoring opportunity where Miroslav Dvorak passes on the right side to Marian Stachny, his shot, and Tretiak stopped that. Ivan Hlinka now winding up for Czechoslovakia, coming up with Pozar, feeds it past to Keuchel, lets it go, and Tretiak came out to rolls to the other side. Maltsev goes in quickly, takes it from Mikosh. Here's a chance for Vasiliev. His shot deflected wide and hit the glass. Comes back to Maltsev. And Holacek stops that.
Well, Holacek has had to be sharp on the few opportunities the Soviets have had at this point in the second period. Here we see the puck coming back to Vasiliev. Maltsev gets his stick on him, deflected it right over top of the net. Gets the puck back, gets the shot away the second time before he is decked. But Maltsev is always dangerous. And there he is down on the ice. But he's the Soviet player.
It rolls in front, a loose puck, and Chernik slaps it to the boards. In behind the net, Golikov goes after it. Here's Vasiliev's shot. Grabbed and stopped by Holacek. Cleared but not out. Soviets are back at full strength. Peter Stachny tried to get it. Chernik was bumped off the puck. And here comes Golikov. Balderas circling at the blue line. Golikov goes right in. And Holacek made the big save there. Soviets coming back with the puck. This is Petrov, stopped at the line by Mikosh. Mikosh, number 4, is dumped. Soviets bring it over the line. This is Petrov, rolls it in front. Mikhailov, they score! Petrov. As Mikhailov sent the pass back to him, and he fires it into the empty net, and it's 2-0 for the Soviet Union.
Well, this is a disappointing blow to the Czechoslovakian national team. This puck was just bouncing around here. It's almost offside. You see it being held. Petrov can't seem to get the handle on it. He does. He flips it high in the air. Mikhailov made a very good play to stop it with his glove. Puts it back over to Petrov, who's got the open net to put it in. But that puck was difficult to control. Here it's almost offside at the line. You see Fedosov. He stays onside. Petrov controlling it. That control him. Just flips it over. Mikhailov stopping with his glove back to Petrov for the goal. But that was difficult to control it.
Deflected that pass, Tretiak. Up on the right side, here's Balderas. Going in on goal. Balderas moves towards the net, shoots and shot wide. Soviets on the power play. Led here by Golikov, number 25, over the line. And it's intercepted. Here's a break for Martinet. Martinet's going right in on goal. And he collides with Tretiak. The puck's in the net. The light has not gone on. The light has not gone on, and referee Pierce is standing right there. You see Tretiak. He's saying he's got it out.
Tretiak says it doesn't go over the net, but what happened? Martinets gets that breakaway. He moves right in. Now watch the replay here. Here comes Martinets in. He makes the little move. Tretiak going down. They all go into the net. Martinets, Tretiak. The goal judge didn't put on the light. He said that the puck didn't go over the net. Here's Martinets stealing the puck again. Perhaps this is a better angle to see it from. There we see the last Soviet defender diving. Martinets cuts in front, goes to the net with the puck. Everything goes. Everything. Martinets right into the net. And what they're saying, Tretiak, there you see the puck. It didn't go over the line. You see the puck just in front of the line. Even though the goaltender went back, you see Tretiak put his glove on it. But the goal judge didn't turn on the light. There's the puck in front of the line. There it is. And all of the puck has to go over all of the line. And there's the puck lying on the line.
And Zagankov leads a rush up to Valery Harlamov. Gets away from Pozar. In behind the Czechoslovakian goal, rolls it in front. That shot is stopped by the goaltender Holacek as Balderas. Pervukin, number 5, backhands it out to center ice. Here's a 2-on-1 break. Soviets going in on goal, faking a shot, passing in front. They score. Golikov makes it 3-0.
Well, there are two happy brothers, the two Golikovs, to have the Soviets go ahead. Here's the 2-on-1 opportunity. Pervukin shoots it out. The Czechoslovakian defender isn't able to tie it up at the blue line. Here the 2-on-1 is created, faking the shot, down, holding onto it, putting it across to his brother, just putting the puck over top of Holacek. The 2-on-1 again, fake the shot, hold, defender goes down, throws it to the far side, giving that open side of the net as Holacek.
In the corner, chased by Vasiliev. Pass comes back to the line. Bubla getting set, gets a shot away. Tretiak takes no chances, and 7 seconds left in the penalty. Halinka slaps the puck back to Bubla. Bubla into the corner to Novi. Novi trying to get someone in scoring position. Shoots in front. They score! Halinka scores for Czechoslovakia.
Well, just as we said it, there it was. Halinka gets it back on the scoreboard here. The first power play goal, Sagankov just came out of the box, but Halinka was able to get in front of Tretiak, control that puck and put it over. Here it comes back to Bugli, moves it into the corner. Now watch Halinka move right in front. At the far side, his teammate is holding off the other Soviet defender, gives him time to come back and put it high up over. But this is what the Europeans do. They have that interference or screening. Look at his teammate holding that other defender off, so he has enough room to make it.
At his own blue line, swings away. Comes Lutov, gets a long shot. That missed the net, came in front. Oh, and Tretiak made a great save there. Zajac coming out for Czechoslovakia to Marian Stastny. Going in with Peter Stastny over the line, a pass in front, and that shot, Tretiak stopped Peter Stastny. Lebedev, number 11, bumped against the boards by Pozar, goes back after it, passed in front, Richter knocked that down, rolls back, there's a shot, and it was deflected in front as Golikov let that one fly. Brought out by the Czechoslovakian player, Halinka passes in front, Bubla shoots. And he didn't really get good wood on that, but the save was made by Tretiak. 3-1 for the Soviet Union. Intercepted by Golikov. Coming in with Lebedev. And the puck rolls right to Holacek. He lost control of it, but the rebound was taken by Golikov and deflected wide. And it stopped at the Soviet line there by Mikhailov. Pass to Petrov, 5 seconds. Holacek gets to it, and the horn goes. And look at that Soviet bench. They win by 2 goals, and they win the gold medal.
Встреча завершилась победой сборной СССР со счетом 3-1. Подопечные Виктора Тихонова вернули себе звание чемпионов мира. Спасибо вам за просмотр. Если вам понравилось это видео, то ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал и увидимся в следующих видео.
The gold medalists, the Soviet Union.